That should always make the room weird.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, you say silence and then, ha! All right, y'all start talking again. Yeah, niggas make it look natural.
I'm trying to start a podcast soon, so I'm stealing all the sauce I can while I'm here.
I heard it. Oh, y'all do this with iPhones? That was really inquisitive, wasn't it? Hold on.
And I told him, yeah, this is 7, this is 10.
That was really inquisitive.
Hey, I'm still in front about it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what's up.
Those who maintain courage without encouragement. When this climate brought pressure, I weather storms and still firm. I meant to spit jewels with temperatures. I check, make cold fronts look permanent. You fall apart, gathering thoughts to your brain. At a time till the nervous tick. A bad habit, taking credit. You can't pay the prices to purchase this. Lose a sense of direction once the comp turns to a...
But welcome back to another episode of Socially Unacceptable Podcast. The podcast that only reviews 5 niggas now. We in here now.
Stop playing.
We got the fist.
Gauntlet, nigga.
We got a nigga responding by email.
I'm honored to do that.
You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at A Dope Little Podcast. And if you'd like to send us your art as well, you can email us.
Email.
adultlowpodcast@gmail.com. Excuse my out of office message, it's just there for documentation purposes.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't even know where to start for real.
I'm gonna start from the top, bro. What got you into like music and rapping and doing your like what got you started?
Oh,
and
that's
then,
from the tippy top.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off that bitch, and I want to know some of your rapping influences.
Because I like the word your story.
What really got me rapping was, so I've been rapping and making music and doing this shit my whole life.
Okay.
What really got me into it though is when I was a kid, I wanted to be the next R&B superstar, but I couldn't sing, you feel me?
Oh, okay.
I had all the dance moves. I studied all the Omarion videos, all the Usher videos, all the Chris Brown videos.
Okay.
He was ready to go.
I was that nigga.
Go.
I just couldn't sing, but I still wanted to do music, so I got over to the rapping side. Dance helped with that a lot too. Like I started off with dance. My mom signed me up for this play and shit when I was like in elementary school.
Okay.
And that forced me into dance. And that's really how I started learning how to love music, just listening to music in a different way through the movements that you got to do when you dancing and shit. And that's really what got me into music.
That's what's up.
I grew up, said fuck dance, and niggas was like, what the fuck happened? Nah, bro, I've been trying to tell you, I want to do this shit. You know what I mean? That's really how it happened.
So who are some of the early rappers that you listened to?
Eminem.
I remember that. Yeah, that was the first. I remember being in my mama's in the backseat of her car, and my little booster seat on my way to elementary school, and motherfucking lose yourself in the music the moment you home came on the radio. I remember being a kid with my feet swinging, like I don't know what the fuck this song is, but this shit make me feel some type of way. I like this shit. You feel me? I want to do that when I grow up.
Okay.
And that was the first song I remember really making me want to rap. But since then, my first album I ever got was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. I had the clean version. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
You couldn't hear anything.
But I thought it was amazing. It's a lot, man. I done listened to everybody from here to Timbuktu. Like, when it comes to rap influences, when it comes to music influences, my favorite rappers, Eminem, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick.
Kendrick the GOAT.
I can hear Schoolboy.
I can hear that M too. I hear that M, that aggressive lyricism is what I like.
That consistent just... Hey, you want that?
Okay. I asked because he mentioned the Bait tape, and I was listening to it, and I don't know how hip you are to the classics now, but I got a little bit of Tupac and a little bit of DMX vibes from the cadence and the it was just the cadence and the bar structure, the way it was going. I was like, and I heard it and I was like, oh, okay, all right, because it was poetic, but it was aggressive enough to where you was like, okay, yeah, this shit.
Not playing
at all.
Yeah, they can feel this because I let them know, and we were listening to the project. And then I had them pause it, and I dropped a Tupac cut, and I was like, do you hear You know what I'm saying? Where I'm coming from, you see where I'm. And they was like, yeah, I can hear that. And that's why I was like, I wonder if he listened to Pop. Did he? And then he was like, nah, I am. And I was like, okay, well, the aggression makes perfect fucking sense.
It's like I said, I dibble and dabble with everything. So it's like, I definitely have heard enough Pop to have some type of influence from him, but I never would have thought that.
Yeah.
Never would have thought Pac and DMX. Like,
Yeah.
I like that, though.
Yeah, because I definitely hear DMX, and then the M makes sense because it's just constant bar after bar after bar. And then you say it out loud, and then you catch another bar that you didn't really catch the first time you heard it. And I found myself like, there was a one bar you said where I'm going to pull arms like my girl Mad Boy. We try to leave because you don't like the way I talk. I was like, God damn. And I realized I said it out loud. I was like, yo, that's a bar. That's
Because get your ass in the car.
And it was bars like that, just constantly back to back to back over the tape. Like you had to listen to it more than once to like fully appreciate it, and like that's why I love this project so much, real.
I really appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
So I do have. I have a question about the release of the bait tape. So I saw that you dropped it 2 weeks ago, but you dropped it at like $3.33 for $3.33.
Oh, that's just because I've been on some whole other spiritual shit. You know?
The divine numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Like, I've been really into my studies and shit. That's if you really pay attention to my career, I always take like a year off of music. I ain't really been consistent since 2016. And last year was I really almost quit. You feel me? And that was I went through some shit. You feel me? And
was this before Purpose?
This was right after Purpose. So the timeline went I record, release Purpose. I had a little single deal going with this little small indie label. That ran its course, so I started trying to do bigger stuff. I planned on dropping the bait tape at that time. So the bait tape is a year old at this point. I planned on dropping the bait tape at that time. That's when I started talking to more labels, investors, trying to get a bag for this shit.
Give them something to watch, yeah.
Absolutely. That discouraged me from the whole industry, for real. Seeing people's characters, seeing how much this shit is bullshit, actually reading these contracts, and then seeing these bigger artists online like, oh, I'm signed to a bullshit deal, and I'm like, how? Did you not read it? Like, because they told me right here where they was gonna fuck me. You feel me? Like, it wasn't hidden in the lines, and it was back to back to back to back to back. And on top of that, I've been working on this album for a minute, and I was trying to get bigger artist features and stuff, and that shit was a process that made me want to say fuck rap. It's hard. It's hard when you're hearing songs and you're like, this song hard as fuck. But if I ever see this nigga or go to a concert, I'm a press him about that shit. And I tried to get that verse from him, you feel me? So that shit was discouraging. It was a lot. There was a lot of shit with music that made me want to quit. And then fast forward, so the bait tape's recorded. I'm trying to get an advance for that. You feel me? That was gonna be the. I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans because it ain't happen, and I ain't gonna make it happen. But the whole the flex point for the bait tape is gonna be I got 10 bands before I even drop the type shit.
Chess move.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Fast forward, I'm just sitting on it. Travick sends me his verse back in January, so the bait tape's done, and then I'm just sitting on it. I go to a studio session in February for my homie Hefe Stone. He got a project out now with homie Art from Kevin called Director's Cut. But I went to go listen to the new project he been working on. It was at Malcolm Westmore's crib, Yogi Split.
Shout out.
He's one of the 4.
That's my brother. You feel me? And that's really where shit went all the way left. You feel me? Because I was already feeling how I was feeling with music, and then I sat down and talked to Malcolm, and I understood why he felt the way he felt about all the artists in the industry and shit. And then that sent me on the journey of Moorish science and all the stuff he be into. He really put me onto that. And then that sent me on a whole nother spiritual journey, and then that sent me to reading about this and about this and about this. And
You'll fall down a rabbit hole.
Because we went to the library, and it left with a lot.
It's an experience.
It left changed for sure.
Yeah, man. So it was a lot. I ended up going down a rabbit hole of information, and then that information led to a lot of stuff that ended up having to do with music, and it made me view the whole industry differently. I view the industry very differently now. It's ain't shit good about it. Like for real, like I don't know how to say it without coming off like a conspiracy theorist too early in the podcast, but that shit's evil as fuck. Like you feel me? Like
I mean, it's
all the rumors, all the
that's what I was about to say.
All that shit you hear, that shit's real as fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
And I got. Never mind, I shouldn't even put him out like that. But I got a homie who's real close to the industry, and he done confirmed all this shit too, like a couple weeks ago. So it's like,
and this is crazy because you bring that up, bro. When I saw like 3 or 4 videos randomly this week of higher profile artists, mainstream, whatever the case may be, talking about how, like I think one was Meek talking about how he was fucked out of money. Like he had a check from iTunes, 23 bands, right? He go to pick that bitch up. And his manager's like, all right, you got this check, but now we about to deduct all this shit right here from it. So that 23 bands he ended up leaving with 4.
damn.
Then I saw one, I think it was Offset, was on there giving motherfuckers game about motherfuckers getting these advances or whatever and not paying their taxes. And he was like, it ain't motherfuckers going broke because, they spending all their money. But if you got $4 million now, in 2021, but you ain't paid 2019 taxes, they gonna spend a block on that, and now after you pay that, you ain't got but 100 bands to your name. So, what happens then? And I'm like, oh god! And then hearing that from you, I'm like, that's fucking terrible.
That's terrible.
It's like a setup.
It just
It's
gets
like a big ass setup, man.
It just gets so much deeper than the money at this point for me though, because like the most recent example I can use that was obvious as fuck to me is the Travis Scott shit. It's like niggas will deny that was a ritual over and over again, but I'm like, I'm an average nigga who just did a little bit of studying, and I can really break down these symbols for you and really tell you some shit. And it was really in your face, and it's like, I don't expect people to believe it, you feel me? Because they already conditioned us to not believe the shit, you feel me? Like, they set it up this way, but it get way deeper than this money shit. Like, this shit's really evil. Like, you gotta really ask yourself, if you believe in God, I don't personally believe in God in the Christian Judeo.
I got questions. Yeah, I got questions.
But like, if you believe in God in that sense, you gotta ask yourself honestly, is the entertainment industry, is the music industry, is politics, is all this shit more aligned with God, or is it more aligned with the devil? And you gotta be honest with yourself.
That's true. That is very true. I think that's why a lot of individuals either like walk away from it completely or transition into something to where they like learn that lesson, and then they've comprised enough capital to be able to do things their way. So then that way, what I'm saying, it's less
being independent.
Like, exactly. It's less like, oh, the machine is pushing this, whereas now it's a labor of love. This is what I choose to put out. And the prime example that I think about when I hear about shit like that is Prince before he passed. Because I don't know how familiar y'all are with his...
he was about to get his catalog or something?
Yeah. But his label shit...
And look at what happens to everybody who does that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. They just mysteriously pass.
They get their power back.
I can't break down the symbols that Prince left before he passed, but I saw something the other day that was like, Prince knew something.
Yeah.
Prince was trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
Especially about this trial that's going on right now.
Yeah. Shit crazy.
What's the trial going on right now?
That Epstein shit.
Oh. They about to open a whole lid on that motherfucker, man. Like,
and that's what I'm
it's about
saying.
to
If
get
you just
nasty.
look at, have y'all seen that list of people
who was on
list
that
of people
resort or
and
something?
shit on
I
there?
seen like the plane itineraries or whatever. A lot of people riding with old girl on trial now.
Just look at
no,
that
like
list.
a year ago when this shit first started happening, they dropped like everybody, whoever like visited that fucking island or something. Then it had a gang of people's names on that bitch. I mean, everybody who you would like ever think of went to that fucking island, man.
Sheesh.
Yeah. It's nuts. So that's why they say Jeffrey didn't kill himself. You feel, because why would he?
Hold on, damn.
Yeah.
Hold on, my fault.
There's too many secrets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
The world and the entertainment industry, everything that you know of is run by some sick motherfuckers. That's the
the long
base
and the short
level
of
of
it.
it.
At the end of the day,
Damn.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm one of those people with the Travis Scott thing where I just think people are terrible. You know what I mean? Where like people went in that motherfucker and just didn't give a fuck about anybody and stepped on. Was it a 9-year-old kid that just died on that motherfucker? Like, you know,
Because
what I mean?
people do suck.
But there are other signs. Like I understand what you mean by that too.
Yeah,
because it's hella signs and symbols.
I can't tell you exactly what
like
happened.
the whole,
I can't tell you
the
exactly
fucking Travis Scott haters.
all the reasons why it happened, but
shit.
I can look at enough of these images and symbols and signs and be like, all right, 1 + 1 = 2, bro. Like, I ain't,
Yeah.
And most people, we don't know what we don't know, so it's like...
Yeah, like, that's the conditioning piece he was talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny talking to people about this shit, because that's the first thing they say. It's like, oh, if the world was ran by all these secret societies, we wouldn't know. Like, you would know. And they'll put it right in your face, and they'll tell you that it's fake.
That's what I say. That's the best place to hide it is right in front of you.
But
Yeah.
You can go study all this stuff, all these books, all these secret societies. You can read all their books, all their information. You can understand all these symbols. You can understand, you know why? You can really understand all these symbols because they're ours. You got to go all the way back to the origins of this shit.
Yeah.
When you really understand that, you understand why they're using this stuff against us. It's our shit. They done taught us it's evil. Why they use it to get ahead in life?
Damn.
Raggedy motherfuckers.
Staying on conspiracy theories for a half a second.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I seen you post something on your story today, actually. Was it yesterday about the tornadoes and shit that hit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What do you think that is based off of? You know what I mean?
I don't even know if I want to get that deep into that. hey, y'all saw when you saw when I posted it what I said. In-game.
Yeah.
I said in-game, and then I posted another post after that. It was something similar. I said in-game.
In-game. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I seen that shit, and I actually
follow my
looked at
spiritual teachers, Isis Wisdom, Rashad Jamal, Kalia Munra. I could go on and on. Bobby Hemmett, Reverend Phil Valentine. Yeah, follow these people. They'll put you on game better than I ever could. But the world is changing, and some shit's coming. Be prepared. I was watching one of y'all old videos. Y'all was talking about aliens and stuff. Yeah,
that's after we visited Malcolm.
Like the week after that, we went out to Malcolm's.
Because I read a little shit. I was like, bro, was I abducted?
Yeah, he had done some shit that it was like...
Yeah, the world's changing.
I'm going to tell you how weird this shit is. I was listening to a podcast this week, and one of the guests on there was talking about this place in the Chilean mountains where it gets up to 120 some odd degrees. So it's so hot that humans can't go up there. You know what I'm saying? But this place has had the most sightings of unidentified flying objects anywhere else on the planet.
They up there chilling.
Like, that shit fucked me up.
And kicking it.
And again, it's not a coincidence that I hear that shit, hadn't spoken to y'all about any of that, and my man comes in and is like, oh yeah, how about this? And I'm like, wait. I saw this shit too. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a goddamn minute.
Yeah, because I was, I forget what I was watching. Oh, the thing on Netflix, and they were talking about like how there's parts of the ocean we can't go to. So I'm like, they're definitely down there.
The pressure, you know what I mean?
I want to know what's going on in Antarctica.
Yeah, the place that we can't go.
Yeah, all these places where we can't survive in.
Yeah.
They study in Mars and they study in Antarctica.
Yeah.
And that's on our own planet.
Yeah. It's fucking portable.
Everything's important. Like, there's hella portals. Man, don't even. Don't start, bro.
I'm loving this right now.
I'm on this bitch sounding crazy because then I'm gonna be sounding crazy for.
Trust me,
and that's another thing that when I went through that spiritual shit. You feel me? I like really took a break from music and I started writing a book. And I believe a lot of crazy shit. And I'm not your average conspiracy theorist. When I really break this shit down, I believe a lot of crazy shit. And the book is gonna be 3 chapters. That first chapter, you're going to read it and you're going to be like, this nigga is weird. This nigga is crazy. Or you might believe me, you feel me? If you believe me, you ain't got to read nothing else. But if you read that second chapter, now you got to argue all that weird shit I said in that first chapter. And I'm going to make you argue. I'm going to really make it hard for you, you feel me? Because all the history, all the science we have, we only getting half the story.
Absolutely. History's written by winners. So,
Yeah, we only getting half the story to all this shit.
And Malcolm showed me that like you said, history's written by the winners because all the books and libraries that they burned and just learned about all that when I was out there. I was like, wow. Yeah. That's when I really learned I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm going to get all this music out, flood all this music, and I'm going to take a break and work on these books for me.
That's what's up. Going back to the music, bro. Who produced Debate Tape?
Bunch of niggas off music. Like, nah, for real.
Respectable.
Like,
Respectable.
Purpose, I recorded that shit in 2.5 weeks. Same way. I just sat down, listened to a bunch of beats. Ones I liked, I wrote to them, made songs with them, put it out. Bait Tape was the same way. I should probably tell the full story, but Bait Tape was the same way. Just drove around, listened to a bunch of beats. So I was like, all right, I like this one, like this one.
Is that your normal creative process when you're creating? You just hear beats, ride around to them, and then the beats speak to you?
For the most part, yeah, I let the beats talk to me. The songs write themselves for the most part. Yeah. I just let the beats play.
Because that's one thing I noticed is, like, I'll tell them about, because I'm listening to Purpose and then listening to the Bait Tape, the growth in between is, like, two different artists. And I was wondering, like, going into Purpose and...
But it's like I went into the projects with two totally different objectives, you feel me? Like, Purpose is still my favorite project to this day because that's me, you feel me? The Bait Tape ain't me. All this subliminal sneak this and bullshit, all this female-ass girl shit, this shit ain't me, you feel me? I'd rather... Y'all saw how I did it with Trip, you feel me? I'd rather be man-to-man with this shit. This ain't how I wanted to do this, you feel me? Purpose is more me, you feel me? That's just me having fun on music and being me, you feel me?
enjoying the art.
That's really me, you feel me? Listen to that project from top to bottom if you want to know who Eljay Marquise is as a person, you feel me? That project really encapsulates that to the highest extent for right now, you feel me? The Bait Tape is just me rapping and trying to have as much fun as I could with it, with what I was given, you feel me?
We can get to this Bait Tape though.
Let's do it.
We can actually like dive into this motherfucker because he already told us what that objective was. You know what I mean?
So what led to the creation of the Bait Tape?
So I'm going to try to tell a long story short.
Oh, we can get the long version. Like, I'm...
Pause.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Nah. We good.
Just so I know where to edit that.
Just so I know where to edit.
Cut all that out.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that never happened.
Now that we like the movie, back to business.
Jesus Christ.
So look, long story about the Bait Tape. Long story short. 2019, Battle Trip. That started because I went on Twitter. I put out a tweet that said I was the best rapper in the city. Trip responded. We agreed to battle. Twan Rap responded. We agreed to battle. Whole time Trigno was in the background doing weird shit. Fast forward, me and Trip battle. It was cool. I think it was pretty clear what the city said about it. Niggas can debate it, but it was pretty clear to me. Trip did his thing. I fucked with it. Next day, I went on this little Twitter rant, basically explaining why I said I was the best rapper in the city. Broke down why I stopped doing the lyrical miracle shit because niggas was talking about, oh, I didn't know LJ could rap. You feel me? I'm like, oh yeah. You feel me? If you've been listening to me for a minute, then you just know. But if you knew, then all right, cool, I get it. I've been just staying in my own little lane with this, trying to do some catchy shit with a hard verse that most people can relate to and shit. You feel me? I know who my audience is, you know. So I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all want more bars? I'll make sure I do that. But here's why I stopped doing that shit, because in high school, motherfuckers was looking at me like I was fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. But then when I explained it, it's like, oh, okay, that's hard.
You just going overhead.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll dumb it down a little bit. I can still be myself and stick in this lane and all this shit, you feel me? So, fast forward in this little rant, I noticed when I click back to the homepage, I say Lyrical Miracle. 6 minutes later, I see Trigno. Niggas think I do lyrical miracle rap because this and that. They just dum-dums. I'm like, does he think I'm talking to him? Or like, mind you, this is all the way back in 2019. Like, does he think I'm talking to him or something? Like, nah, this isn't. Alright, so I go back, finish my rant. Then that shit happens like 2 or 3 more times. I don't remember what I said, but it looked like I would tweet something, then like 6 minutes later he'll respond, and I'm like, I'm not having a conversation with you on the timeline, bro, so. I ended the rant and basically was like, hey, anybody else want some smoke? Make it direct. Put my name in the song, my name in the title, hit me up personally, something, you feel me? Playing it out the way me and Trip did, you feel me? We hit each other up personally, had the conversation, made the rules, and dropped the shit, you
Mm-hmm. Which I love that format.
Do it like that, man to man, whatever. I set that criteria, you feel me? And then after that, I posted the screenshot of the original tweet that Twan put up, because I ain't like that shit either. Once again, though, I mean, not once again, but first of all, shout out to these niggas. It's not no real issue, you feel me? I fuck with these niggas in real life. It's just, I hate when this Twitter shit get involved because it make everything seem weird. So, I posted up the screenshot of the original tweet that Twan put up where he was like, I said I was the best rapper, and he was like, as a rapper, you supposed to feel like that, but this ain't that, speak facts. And I'm like, shut up. So I posted a screenshot of that, and I'm like, you next, you feel me? Because you had already agreed to battle, you feel me? So that shouldn't even...
Yeah, and that'd be a hell of a battle, too. Like...
If you say so.
I as a fan, just as an unbiased fan, I would love to... yeah, you got it.
I love Twan. Yeah. I posted the screenshot of the tweet that Twan put up. Said you're next, whatever. He didn't respond. He said some other shit. And I was like, alright, cool, I'm off of that. I ain't giving that no more energy. If niggas want to battle, they would. I don't know. I just feel like this shit should be more direct, you feel me? So I was like, alright, cool, fuck that shit. Fast forward, I'm over it. But then I'm sitting in bed with my girl. And I'm scrolling on the timeline and Ghost retweets a video. And I click on the video, and it's from Trigno. And instantly, as soon as he starts rapping, I'm like, oh, he's about to take a shot. He starts rapping, it's, heard niggas want to smoke with Twan. Yeah, it sound good. Heard you already. Alright, cool. Cool. But I'm like, this is less than 24 hours after I just said, if this shit's not direct, I'm not respecting it, you feel me? I'm not responding. You trying to get me to take the bait. And that's where the title came from, for real. You feel me?
Okay.
I like it.
I ain't take the bait, you feel me? So I was like, alright, cool. I'll wait till this shit is more direct and respected, you feel me? I wanted to do it the way me and Trip did it, because I'm not no battle rapper. I'm not into... I love battle rap as a sport, you feel me? I watch it faithfully, or damn near every weekend whenever they having an event on URL or something. But it's not what I want to do in my career, write about niggas all day and shit. But if we gonna rap, you feel me?
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I got you.
So, Trig drops a verse. I don't respond to it. I leave it alone. Time goes on. Like a year later. No. I announced Purpose. And I announced the Bay tape. But I don't really do much that year. I think I put out like a single and something else. Like I said, I'm always taking a hiatus off music. So fast forward to the top of next year. He drops Nah. And I'm like, I don't know if he's shooting at me on this. But then he go on Twitter and he like, I'm not shooting at nobody, so don't make it personal or whatever. I'm like, good job. Get ahead of it. You feel me? Get ahead of it. So I'm like, cool. He didn't, I won't take it as a shot. It'll be interesting to hear who he was talking about right here, you feel me? I guess he was making up imaginary rap feuds and shit, but who knows? I went to listen to it again, and then another bar caught me, and it was the whole tit for tat shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. But that explains a lot about your character. You feel me? That felt like a little shot in your own foot. I feel like he shoots himself in his foot a lot when he raps. And then when he comes on these podcasts and talks. But so fast forward, I leave that shit alone. I put out Purpose. That does what it does. Then I planned on the Bait tape. Like I told you, I signed a little single deal at that time. So that was working my single Regrets. Yeah, I was planning on putting out the Bait tape, and I recorded that, and then that's when I went through all that spiritual shit. And I sat on the project for a minute. Then it comes back around this year. No, that's what I'm forgetting. That's what I'm forgetting. So I put out Purpose. And then I announced the Bait tape. And then around the same time, Trig announces the Spooky tape. And I'm like, alright, cool. So we'll be dropping around the same time. Mind you, the bait tape originally was just going to be a bunch of lyrical exercises. If y'all see when I do on my story and on my page and shit, I'll be dropping just lyrical exercises, just grab a beat and spit to it and shit. It was just going to be like a no ceilings type tape.
Yeah,
Just rapping. Then I hear the spooky tape, and it's almost this the rapper who ain't better than me. I'm like, okay. And then at the end, you ended up the bait for sure, water fish sure, bait. Hold up, nigga. So is this the most blatant that we're going to get here? Because you... And then and then it's like, why are we still here, bro? Because that shit with Trip was a year and 8 months ago, bro. At this point, so it's, you know what? Thank you. Gave me something to rap about on this bait tape. It took about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Recorded the bait tape, and then sat on it because this is.
So it was that water fish shore bait line.
That's what got me. When he did all that bait flip shit at the end of the song, I'm like, okay, so are you talking to me, bro? Because and then on another song, he said something like, "Druggy rappers will risk it all for a trip," and I said a similar bar on my track in my track against Trip, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know if this is shots, bro, but like you keep doing weird shit and making me feel like it's a shot, and you not being direct with it, and you've been shooting at me since I said don't shoot at me indirectly. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and take this how I want to take it. You feel me? So,
all right.
Then I recorded the bait tape. Then I went through a whole bunch of bullshit with the industry. Yeah. Then I sat on it. And then this year came around. Travik's been bothering me all year to drop this shit because that song we got on there. I feel so bad. I apologize, Travik. He has bothered me so much. Bro, drop that song, drop that song, drop that song. But if y'all notice, the week that I dropped that song, so on Travik's verse on the song, it's called Same Gun. On Travik's verse, he mentions Casey's case, the kid who got killed by the police here. The same week I decided to drop the tape, they charge his killers. And that's why all this spiritual shit I be talking about, that shit be getting me, bro. Because that divine timing shit, that shit really be happening consistently for me. You feel me? Like I said, this week it started off rough, and then it got real good. You feel me? Like this shit, I don't know, but yeah, I came around to the bait tape. It was like, all right, I'm gonna either drop just the singles off of this shit and keep it pushing, or I'm gonna drop the full project. Because if I don't drop the full project by the end of the year, then I'm not putting it out. Because next year I gotta be on some whole new shit with my music. I can't still be talking about the same shit, doing the same shit after I done learned everything I done learned. So if I don't put all this music that I'm sitting on out this year, it's not coming out. So I put out the bait tape. It was like that video with the white kid. We was like, remember last time I ain't had time. Today I got time. So I got time. I put that shit out. And yeah, now we here.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, because you were shooting like a motherfucker, and I like the history of this too, because I didn't even
because there's really a lot that I'm still learning just now. Because I'm thinking like, so this is.
So.
And maybe I'm misinterpreting everything, but fuck it. I said if niggas wanted to do shit, make it direct, and niggas did a whole bunch of weird shit that I couldn't tell, and I don't like it, so I did what I did.
Okay.
But once again, though, it's all up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your favorite track off the
So, Same Gun was... That made me run the whole project back. That's one of my favorite songs. But Pushing Buttons is probably my favorite song on there.
Really?
Yeah. Because, like...
See, all right, so I'm going to tell the story about Pushing Buttons real quick, because that is a song that was like a new addition. I was going to take Bruce Buffer off, because I'm like, I'm not putting a song with my first semi-big feature on it. On this project, just dissing niggas. Then last minute, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to put it on there. But I have recorded Pushing Buttons to replace it just real quick, and that was just like a quick take that I wasn't even supposed to keep. That's how it ended up staying on there, because I was like, all right, I don't like odd number projects, so I'm like, all right, I got 7 songs now, so then that's how the skit ended up on there. But that's surprising that Pushing Buttons is your favorite, you feel me?
Because again, I just recently got put on to you, to be honest. Like, I really just got hip, and as I'm listening to it, it's like, I knew I'm catching bars, but then Pushing Buttons I felt like was a good change of pace in the moment of the project, to where you really exercise, like, lyrically. I don't know, it was just an awesome lyrical display. But still, like, a nice change of pace within the album. Like, it showed that you can pretty much rap over everything.
Yeah, and that's the purpose that that's the whole point of this shit.
And that's what,
yeah.
And
you can really rap.
And it still had it really rap.
Yeah, rapping. You feel me? That's what this whole tape felt like.
But yeah,
like,
if we gonna rap, I'm gonna rap. You feel me? Like, I do this.
Mm-hmm. And then going from that to the skit, which definitely, I'm biased. I love the skit.
That's hilarious.
I love the skit.
He called me and I literally listened to that shit and just started dying.
And because I was like, because at first I was like, that can't be us.
So how did y'all even find out about the tape? Y'all subscribed and everything.
Malcolm Westmore reposted it and said he almost killed. Oh, he just killed a nigga.
The rapper.
He was better than, and I was just like, I know that. I know that bar. You know that, bro? Yep. So I sent it to him immediately.
And that's why I love Malcolm, bro, because our energy be the same for real. You feel me on that shit?
Yeah, because I seen that, and then right after that, Rachel Renee reposted it, and I'm just like, oh, all these people that like that I really fuck with posted. I'm like, I'm asleep, and I definitely was. Yep. And then so like,
shout out to Rachel too, yo. I ain't known Rachel as long as I know a lot of people, but she's one of the coolest people I know.
Yeah, for sure, by far. Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm listening to the skit, and the whole time I'm sitting there like, that ain't us. I'm like, we have more than 4 niggas. But like the thing that like listening to it at the end,
real quick, bro. I don't want y'all to take that so personal.
No.
But don't take it so literal. I just
no. I
was playing with the force.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I said. I fucking said that. I was like, bro, though he's playing with the force of that motherfucker. If you hear it, there's a reason.
And that's the first thing I caught too. Like,
literally,
and it was really because it was so well crafted, so well written, and like to anybody who wouldn't know us would love that skit too.
I ain't even write this skit though.
For real?
I shit you not. Like, niggas keep saying, like, yo, the skit is so funny, the skit is this and that. Niggas really need to be asking if I'm psychotic for sitting in my room and talking to myself like that. Like, nah, for real. The way y'all hear that skit is exactly how it was recorded, and it didn't take me long. Like, I was really in my room. Like,
that's hilarious.
That's how this podcast started.
Stop. All right, what I just say? All right.
Yeah, that's
how this podcast started. We were roommates, and I heard this nigga's room talking to himself. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, she was mad uncomfortable.
What the fuck is you doing, bro?
Yeah, I tried to make a YouTube video talking to the camera the other day, and that shit is
mad awkward.
It's weird.
It's bad awkward. I don't know how the vloggers do it. Like, you actually talking to an audience.
You
gotta get in the character, bro.
It's so crazy.
What's up, YouTube? We're back.
You feel me?
God damn.
And that's what I struggle with for real. For like the first year, just how to come in, just that turn it on is difficult. But no, I just loved it because, and like I didn't take it. I liked it because, and we talked about it last week. But it's funny to me because there was some truth to it. Like, and that's what made it so funny. That's why I think I enjoyed it the most because like we only did have a few people and friends of those few people on, and honestly, I think what the biggest thing I pulled away from it is that like we can go ahead and we need to ask better questions. Because I feel like a lot of times we are light on the guests, but it's not bad it's not bad if we want to like push a little bit. We won't probably need to push back at all.
Yeah, man. And once again, don't take it that deep. I don't remember who said it. I started taking notes, and I was like, nah, bro, it's not.
No, but
y'all was in the moment, like I don't expect y'all to catch that and listen to it how I was listening to it. I was nitpicking like a motherfucker.
No, for sure.
Came on here was saying I'm the best rapper. I'm this and that. I'm so confident. I'll walk up on a nigga in Walmart and give him bars. I give him bars in the middle of Petco. But this dude on my project that I just almost dissed, I'm just gonna almost diss him. Like, come on, dude. Like, and I just wish that y'all would have been like, all right, but why does he almost good at this? You feel me? Why didn't you all go all the way there with this? You feel me? That's it. And I just thought it was something
hilarious.
Because I see it as an honor for real. To even be like,
he be reading it every day.
I can't help it. I'm just so close to this shit for real. But like I was like, and as soon as I heard, I was so excited. I was so happy. I love my girl listening. She's like, "You happy that he dissed you?" I'm like, "No, that's hilarious. It's good. It's art."
It's art.
That's how I like niggas be watching. Niggas be watching.
That's what I.
Niggas be watching
because like
he really got eyes on us.
Hey, if there's one thing about me, I'm all the way in tune with the city, bro. Like I'm tapped in with everybody. Like when I tell y'all I love these niggas, I love everybody in the city. I really mean that. Like I really fuck with y'all. I watch that shit. I listen to that shit when I'm driving around.
Yeah, that was the biggest takeaway from
it. Yeah, I was just like, the biggest thing was an honor. So I was like, okay, how could I get better from this?
We got eyes.
But yeah, that's
very. You was asking favorite songs.
I
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you were asking favorite songs. I'm going Trigger Warning, man. That's my favorite.
I'm a second that.
Yeah,
I'm a second that.
Right.
Close second. Same gun.
I feel like Same Gun is unanimous. That's the only reason I ain't making it as mine. But like, yeah, Same Gun. That was a wild change of pace.
What's funny
especially
is
the project.
Same Gun wasn't even supposed to be on there. Same Gun wasn't even supposed to be a song. Like Same Gun was, I had that beat and I think 2020, yeah, around the time I signed that single deal. I was just riding around to it, having a ball, freestyling to it and saying stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Travick had dropped the Eastside White House around the time, so I kept rapping his shit over. I rode down the block. And I was looking for out to get busy. I was like, hold up. If I let them shots, they gonna hit me. hold on, this might be hard. I might have to do something with this, you feel me? But I held off on it because I'm like, damn, I just jacked this whole shit. You feel me? So that's why I had to put him on it. I'm gonna jack this shit, but I'm
even
gonna
exchange.
Yeah, just homage.
That's my nigga, though. I fuck with Trey together.
That's what's up, man. That's how so many historical like hits come about. Motherfuckers like, oh, what made you come up with such and such? It almost didn't make the project. Label said I needed one more song, so I threw the bitch on there.
Yeah, I almost didn't do it at all.
Yeah. That's what's up.
What's your favorite song on there?
It's between Same Gun and Here On Out.
And see, that was a close second for me
Here
as
on
well.
out for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's just bar after bar after bar.
You got a couple songs like that. It's no hooks and just barred up.
If we gonna rap, we gonna rap, man. If we gonna rap, we gonna rap. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Oh, you want that on Pride?
Yeah,
I didn't know I put that together. Yeah, that was an accident.
Why would you roll it this? It's
I
unnecessary.
don't know, just put my shit away.
Niggas just rolled up a fucking gorilla.
Yeah, it's unnecessary,
On the
man.
podcast.
On the podcast.
Like we got
Took one hit and was like, I'm done.
Yeah, why did I do that?
I already feel like I'm stumbling and stuttering over my words. It's these niggas' fault.
Oh, that was a mistake.
It's
This
like,
nigga's fault. I didn't actually wrote this.
Oh, shit. Okay. Now, to transition real quick, you said you were gearing up, like you were essentially, like, whatever you got in the chamber, you going to let it out, and then going in 2022, you come in with something new, some new energy whenever you decide to get back on, because you also said you may take a sabbatical.
I'm gonna take a sabbatical after this album.
After this album, okay.
The mixtape I dropped last year, Purpose, I'm gonna drop like a deluxe with that. I'm gonna add like 4 songs, 2 features. Then I don't know exactly how I'm gonna roll out this album, but I'm gonna really focus on the album after that, and I might do one more small little EP or something before that. Then I'm gonna drop this album, and I got a lot of shit in the tuck that niggas is gonna be like, what?
Okay, all right.
LJ did what? All right, you feel me? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the album. Then after the album, I'm gonna take a little break, take a step back, focus on something else.
Did you already say when the album's dropping?
I have no clue. don't even.
He said, nigga, don't
no
try to
clue.
stick me to a date, because I
For
don't
sure.
know.
Don't stick me to a date.
For sure.
Words for release dates. If you know me and you ask me a release date, or you see me post a release date, people who know me don't even pay attention when I post release dates. I'm dropping this weekend. I was supposed to drop the Bay tape on Halloween. I was supposed to drop it. Like I said, I was supposed to drop this last year. So
Like you said, divine timing, man.
it's been a whole lot of release dates. If you go on my Twitter and search Bait Tape, it'll probably be like 16 different release dates. I'm dropping it this week. I'm dropping it this month. I'm dropping it sometime this week.
Yeah, that's how I handle podcast episode.
Yeah, we know.
I just be lazy. And then the day before I actually did drop the Bait Tape, my laptop was doing some weird shit, and I thought it was done for because my laptop is on its last leg. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that shit was done for. It wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't charge up. I'm like, oh shit. I was just trying to upload it. I'm like, we done. I'm done rapping. I quit. I quit again. Fuck the Bait Tape. It's not coming out. Then the next day is when I ended up putting it out. The laptop worked like nothing.
I just needed time.
Right.
Gotta do that tried and true electronic shit, unplug it, wait 5 minutes, plug everything back in.
No, that motherfucker needed a whole 24 hours or something. I don't know what happened.
Breathe.
Yeah, he needed a break.
So, talked about the Bait Tape and what led up to it. You putting it out, motherfuckers consuming it. Like with anything in this cycle, there was a response.
You saw the preview of it on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Hold up.
I want to see if there's any updates. No.
So,
Because I seen a little bit of the Twitter timeline. I seen that he asked, "Is this about him?"
I saw it
Yeah,
done.
then it's like, bro, can we stop the theatrics? Can we stop the bullshit, bro? I know you heard it a week ago. This started because of Twan. You said it. Her niggas want to smoke with Twan. He hit me last week about the skit, bro. You can't do this, bro. Stop it. You've been dropping verses since you heard about the tape, bro. And every single verse has mentioned something about battling niggas or something. Come on, bro. Can we stop the theatrics, bro? Can we stop the theatrics? I don't want to do all this bullshit, bro.
So I seen he sent the response.
Previewed it.
Yeah. Oh, do you see as a preview? He had a 4-minute response.
He had a 4-minute response. He dropped the full response.
We got the full response.
See, I knew y'all had the full response.
See, and let me be completely honest. That's what's been fucking me up all week.
Talk to him
Because what am I supposed to do with that? Like, because I didn't want to blindside niggas with it. Like, because I don't want us to seem like we fueling
I'm prepared
anything.
for everything. I knew y'all heard the full response when you asked, because you could talk about the response, and I only heard 58 seconds of it.
Okay, I didn't know how much you had heard. I didn't know how much of this shit is for show.
So you haven't heard the whole thing. I'm assuming because he ain't put it out. We actually have the whole thing. If you want to hear it.
Would that be fair? I want them to put it out, put it out to the people so we can judge it, and then I can respond to it like that.
For sure, bet, for sure.
There it is.
Damn.
Yeah, shit crazy.
Here, I don't want this.
Shit crazy. So I got another random musical question because this shit comes to me. If you could get a dream feature from anybody, who would it be?
Or dream producer. I want to throw that in there too.
Collaborator.
Dream collaborator.
Yes,
Dream feature produced by. Damn. I want to be honest, but he going through some shit right now in the public eye.
Who is that, Ye?
Nah. I'm gonna just say Schoolboy Q.
Hold on, who's the other nigga? Who's going through something in the public eye? Oh,
my boy Tory.
Man, here we are.
So I'm gonna go.
So we gotta see what happens.
To save my ass for the people who just heard me say that was like, oh, this motherfucker. He said fuck black women. Something like that. Understand that I really do think that, like, all the conspiracy shit I talk about, I really do believe this shit. I don't believe nothing in this industry. I believe everything is an act. I don't believe nothing that we see in the media.
It's all the work.
Program.
So honestly, the real answer is nobody, because I'm scared of all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm scared of getting the feature from a nigga getting sacrificed. To be honest.
Yeah.
But to play the game, it would have to probably be a Tory feature or a Schoolboy Q feature. I feel like those are the artists I relate to the most musically, and I would collab with the best.
You got a favorite Schoolboy album?
Ooh, Habits and Contradictions.
Yes.
Yes. I like there was no hesitation.
Yeah, well, that's tough though. That's a good answer.
I got introduced to him on Oxymoron and loved the entire album. Just
from intro to end.
Yeah, for like a big project for that to come out, you know what I mean? It sounded like it did, but Habits.
Yeah, I remember. I got hit to him from Habits and Contradictions. I don't even remember. I'm good. I don't
Ain't
remember
that
what made me click on the video, but it was a sacrilegious video, and that's the opening track to the project.
Yep.
I heard that shit, I'm like, sunny day, shadow on house streets, prayers not close. I'm like, oh shit.
Take a D is out.
Yeah, nigga, that's that shit.
That shit's stupid, man. Hoodies and weaponry. That shit's so fucking hard, bro.
That's that shit, you feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I play that shit often, you feel me?
Yeah,
that's what got me into Schoolboy Q, and that's been one of my favorite rappers ever since.
No, that's fair, yeah, for sure. That's damn near the same story. I got hip to Schoolboy on the brand new guy shit. And then made me go check out. All he had was Habits and Contradictions and Setbacks. Yeah, you feel me? And I was like, oh, I need to go see what this nigga talking about. End up going to an Oxymoron tour.
Man, every time I remember when I was in high school, Q came to the city like twice when I was in high school, and I was at every single show, at both shows.
Oh, you went to one with Vince Staples and Earl Sweatshirt?
Yep.
That shit was hard as fuck.
I went to that
man.
one. I went when he came back with ASAP and Danny Brown.
I missed that one, man. I wish I'd have went to that one.
Man, that was a night.
Yeah, I bet that shit was fucking insane. That lineup?
Yeah,
that's
based on that lineup.
Yeah, so I used to live a completely different night. I mean, a completely different life. Yeah, that was a different type of night. I was sick as fuck. Who knows what?
Indulgence.
It was lit. You feel me? It was
Hell
time.
yeah. And that's the perfect con, especially Danny Brown, man. Just him. And
that nigga's energy and his, oh my God.
And they deep into their career at that
All
point.
three of them was my favorite rappers at that point in time. So that concert was like...
Oh, that Live Up ASAP was probably... That shit just came out.
And I got a picture with ASAP Yams that night, but I can't fucking find it, bro. I swear to you on my fucking soul, I got a pic with Yams that night, but I cannot find it.
Damn.
It's because I keep getting my Twitter account suspended. And it was only posted on my Twitter, and then my Twitter account suspended.
Oh, shit.
That's shitty.
But I really had a picture of Yams before he passed.
And that's,
Damn.
I remember going to the Mac Miller concert and, like, not buying anything or, like, getting any type of merch or anything in that motherfucker. And, like, a couple years later, he passed. I'm like, bro, that's some shit.
That was
like,
salty. I didn't get no socks.
Yeah.
I couldn't get socks.
Like, in hindsight, that shit is really, like,
I had a lot of random celebrity interactions. Like,
for real?
I had a nice life. I had a very eventful life, like...
I haven't, man. I've rated a BJ Chicago kid.
I've been
once.
through a lot of bullshit.
Like,
I done stayed in some unsavory places. I done been through some bullshit. And my mom is that nigga, you feel me? Like, she really is G. Like, she liked to travel, and she took me with her, you feel me? We paid on these motherfucking trips like layaway, like for real.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's...
I went to the Tom Joyner family reunion like twice when I was a kid.
That's fun.
Saw Trey Songz perform.
Oh, wow.
I had a picture of Bone Crusher.
It's like a family-friendly ass event, man. Like a
it
cool
was
ass
great,
spot.
bro.
Yeah,
it really was like a giant ass family reunion with a whole bunch of people that you don't know. Then there's just a bunch of celebrities around here like, oh, hey, here's Gary Owen. Like, what you doing here? I've had an eventful life, and I be forgetting that shit sometimes. You feel me? I do take it for granted sometimes because I still come back here and have to live a real life sometimes. You feel me? But,
That's what's up. That is what's up. Yeah, Q is that deal. I think it's his aggression with his lyricism and the well-placed theatrics. Because his ad-libs, that
I'm telling you, like, there's certain rappers, when I hear them, I'm like, bro, like, this shit is scary how much I feel like I relate to this person.
Man.
Like, musically and the way they make their music, this is exactly what I wanted to fucking listen to today, bro. This is exactly how I feel inside right now, bro. Everything you just said is damn near my life. It'd be weird with certain artists, bro. Schoolboy Q, the first time I listened to that shit, and he was just talking about the shit he was doing in the streets and just different shit he was selling and all the experience, man, bro, that shit was blowing my fucking mind, bro. I was literally sitting there on my jaw drop just like, this nigga's me.
This shit is crazy. And I never forget, because I got introduced, because I tell these niggas all the time, I was raised by wolves. So we, like, my family didn't hide or sugarcoat anything. I got introduced to Schoolboy Q from my sister.
Nice.
On a road trip, yeah. Like, she was driving, she was like, you heard this yet? Nah. Nigga, put this on.
My sister introduced me to Kendrick, which was, crazy, life-changing.
Yeah.
I got all of that from him.
I was just a piece of shit who couldn't stay out of trouble. Well, I didn't even get in trouble. I was too smart to get in trouble, but I wanted to be in some shit. So I got myself in some shit.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's all right, though. We need those experiences to shape us later in life. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Whenever you decide that the album is ready, please let us know.
Can we get an email? Can we get an email?
So you don't have to shoot us, man.
So we can sit with
and I promise this was not about getting on the show, even though I knew that was going on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But
For sure.
I would love to see the project and then have you on to discuss it and deep dive into it, man.
Oh, I did have a question before we get out of here, though. And it stemmed from listening to the skit. But
this nigga that lost sleep over us.
But like, if you know how hard we work on a podcast, like this shit made me super excited. Like, I appreciate it because it did like motivate.
Woke up 4 niggas.
I took the number 4 off of every phone keyboard in my crib.
40 seconds into the first song. I don't know.
But no, because like one thing we're talking about, like we really don't pay attention to like who's watching. So like from an artist standpoint, what can podcasts and platforms like ours do to further assist and like be a better part of the community per se? Because I've been asleep for ever now. Like I'm just getting put on this week, and I've been doing myself a disservice by doing so.
You saying as far as like you've been sleep on me?
Like on the city, just outside of the 4 niggas and friends of those 4 niggas. Like
okay.
but like I really been asleep.
Bro.
But just podcasts like
I don't know, bro, because honestly, I think y'all doing y'all thing. You feel me? Like, I really don't have no critiques. That's why that's why I said, like, don't take it that deep. Like, I couldn't even answer that. You feel me? I don't really have no critiques to it. You feel me? I put it on myself. Like I said, I ain't been consistent since 2016. Niggas don't know my name. Cool, but I'm gonna make sure you know it when the time comes. You feel me?
For sure.
I like it.
But yeah, y'all doing y'all thing, man.
I like
Appreciate it.
Anybody planning any festivals or anything like that coming up? Shoot us an email so we can get in there and mingle, and butt rub elbows and all that.
That
you know what I'm saying?
good. I'm getting every answer. Fuck.
You good? Cause I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. You straight. Y'all niggas ain't gonna be able to clam up. Come on, nigga. We gonna talk to niggas.
That's adultwillpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. Thank you.
Link in the bio.
And I think I did email you niggas before.
And I did tell him that too. I was like, yo, he has.
So don't keep telling me to email.
Them niggas told me that last week. I said,
yeah. I told him after he said that. It was like, I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did email us.
For sure. Like, been asleep.
But it's cool. Like I said, divine timing.
Man, for sure. Man, we better for it. I appreciate it.
There it is. We got anything else, fellas?
So go check out the Debate Tape.
Yeah.
Where can they find it? Is it on all streaming services?
SoundCloud right now. It's on all streaming services soon. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't fuck with none of the streaming services. Fuck Spotify. The nigga who owns Spotify worth like $3 billion. He ain't never wrote a song. He's a bitch. Yeah. So it'll be on streaming services eventually, but I don't know.
Go to SoundCloud and listen.
I like the Bandcamp shit.
Bandcamp.
I really appreciate everybody who paid that $3. I appreciate y'all. I was trying to put it out.
Told you I love the energy. Right
I was trying to put it out for $1 for real.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody who supported it. It'll be out everywhere soon.
That's what's up.
For sure.
That's what's
and
up.
a lot more content coming soon. Like not just music. A lot more content coming soon. So
okay.
Please stay tuned. Please follow me. Please tap in at LJTTG everywhere.
I was just about to ask for the socials so niggas can tap in. That's what's up, man. Any parting shots, fellas?
Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because weather changing.
That weather
Oh,
changing.
that's the thing I wanted to say. Y'all had Big James on the podcast. And what he was saying about that food shit is real. We really got to try to cut down on this meat and shit, bro, because we really is taking in a whole bunch of energies and shit. I just took in a whole bunch of negative energies last night, but you feel me? I still got to do better, you feel me?
It's a process.
We got to be, we know better. We got to do better.
I like that.
I heard that shit on the podcast this week too. I'm not even diving into that. This is fucking with me.
Shit, help us love.
Yeah, man. Wash your hands and your ass, and double up the deodorant because it's going from like 30 to 70 within like 2 hours here in the city. So don't be out here 10 degrees and you musty.
Minus wind chill. But yeah, I'm good.
We good?
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate it.
Fun as hell.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Big fun. And just like that, we gone. Do. Pow. Oh man, that was